Those high school crushes, first dates and getting dumped. Some of Scotland's funniest recall those early brushes with romance. Growing up Scottish in half an hour. Expect some strong language now as Des and the panel dismantle the week's big stories.
And this is Breaking the News, the show that breaks the week's news and asks four opinionated panellists to put it back together again. And with me are some of the best comics around. On my right, we have Stephen Buchanan and Joe Caulfield, and facing them are Kim Blythe and Jamie McDonald. In the news this week, Boris Johnson gave evidence at the UK COVID inquiry on the impact that the pandemic had on children. The former Prime Minister said he tried to be empathetic towards every child, mainly in case that he turned out to be their father. An endangered sea turtle has washed up on a Scottish beach more than 3,000 miles from its natural home. The turtle says, well, that's the last time that I'm going to fly Ryanair. And a Norfolk MP says he's reported a deepfake video falsely depicting him announcing that he joined Reform UK. There are concerns that deepfake technology may also have infiltrated Scottish politics after footage was posted of John Swinney smiling. Right, you've met our teams. Let's crack on with round one. This is the Broken News round, where our teams have to guess two major stories of the week that have been mashed together into one single news headline. So, Stephen and Joe, can you tell me what this is all about?
The Finance Secretary, Shona Robison, has sent a letter to the
Louvre in Paris this morning,
calling on them to reimburse Holyrood for the cost of President Trump's
damaged 19th century crown.
President Trump spent 4 days at his golf courses in Ayrshire and Aberdeenshire,
Scaled a ladder, broke a window and escaped on motorbikes.
Joe, there is in fact two stories in there. Any ideas what the first one might be?
It's the row between UK government and Scotland over who should pay for Trump's visit. I think the policing of the visit.
That is correct. The Scottish and UK government are currently in a dispute about who should foot the bill for Donald Trump and J.D. Vance's visits to Scotland. The Scottish government has called for about £20 million in policing and security costs to be refunded, while UK ministers are insisting that this was a private visit, so the Scottish government has to cover the bill. Apparently, they had initially agreed to split the bill, but that arrangement came to an end when John Swinney ordered a big pudding. Jamie, what are your thoughts on this? There's a dispute going on at the moment. Who should pay for this?
Well, I agree. The 20 million is so much money. Like, that is clearly, like, for what, 4 days golfing or something. That's somebody making up a bill in the belief somebody else is picking up the tab, isn't it? It's just like, we've got a couple of constables poking about the bunkers for assassins. How much for that? Yeah, 100 quid each, your own sausage. So, England are paying. $500,000.
Kim, thoughts on this one? Did Scotland benefit? Did Scotland get anything out of these visits?
All Scotland got out of it was a disagreement with the UK government, which historically I don't think's ever happened before.
Wonder what that'll be like,
First time for everyone, folks.
New thing for us, isn't it?
Maybe we should go independent.
You say that.
Well, talking of disputes over money, I don't know if this is something that our panel have any experience of. Joe, what about you? When have you ever disputed a bill?
Well, I see, the thing was, somebody else was actually paying for the hotel because it was a job, but it was a fancy hotel. You know, when you go in the room and there was an espresso coffee machine, there was a humidifier, like big fluffy towels, like all stuff I don't have at home, right? I mean, I do now, obviously. Barely closed that suitcase, but it was that thing. I'm not comfortable with that. We know a fancy hotel where they want to take your suitcase to your room, but because they were like, no, this is what we do here, so I let them take my suitcase, and then I sat in the room, and the suitcase didn't come, and I was doing a job, so I've got to get changed. Half an hour, I thought that's a reasonable amount. No, didn't come. then an hour, and you know when you're talking to someone, you think, oh, you're lying now. And they went, oh, no, it is on its way. And I thought, they've taken it somewhere else. And then after an hour and a half, they did say, someone has taken it to the other room, another room, and we can't get into that room at the moment. Somebody else has got my stuff, right? But I did get it back in the end. But it is that thing, I will never let someone take my case. Because even before that, I was always like, what do they do with it? Because it always takes longer. I don't know, where they take it to the staff room, try on your bras. I've no idea. You know what I mean? They're doing something, aren't they?
Joe, can you tell me which hotel that is? Because, like, when I go into hotels, people take me to my room. I don't want to end up in that room where people were clearly shagging.
Yeah. They're all trying on bras behind you and you've no idea.
Stephen, talk me through this. We're looking at this dispute between the UK government, the Scottish government, but when have you disputed a bill?
I accidentally signed up to the Duolingo Premium app. I thought it was the free app and I was like charged for it. So I was trying to get a refund. I contacted them and they said that they couldn't give me a refund because there was evidence that I'd used the app. And I said, au contraire. Thank you.
Right, Kim and Jamie, it's your turn now. What was the other story we were after?
The jewellery heist at the Louvre.
Well done, what a spot. That's the right answer. It was like something out of a movie, was it not? This week, the Louvre Museum in Paris was closed after a robbery in which 88 million euros worth of goods were stolen. More than enough to cover the Trump and Vance visits, said John Swinney, taking off a ski mask. It almost feels like it's not real, Jamie. What do you make of this heist?
Yeah, there's going to be some sparkly bargains in the barras on Saturday. What I love is there's clearly, like, it was a kind of Ocean's 11 type robbery with, like, as you say, like cherry pickers and tools, power tools and all that, but there was clearly like a Malco in the crew because somebody dropped the crowd on the way out. And you know he's just taking a massive slagging back at the lair, like, shut up, I'm not Butterfingers!
What are your thoughts on this heist, Stephen?
It's quite a French thing, I thought, because I don't think you could get away with it in Glasgow. I think as soon as they got off the scooters, there would be wee guys going up to them like, well, watch your scooters for a fiver, mate. Whilst you go in there. And if they didn't pay that fiver, those scooters were gone.
There'd also be a guy going to the cherry picker. So what is it today, lads? You doing a bit of...
That's been a big ladder there.
That's a Ferguson Massey, I see, boys. That's a good bit of kit, that.
Oh, ski masks, is it? Oh,
Aye. Use kneecap or something. Well, Kim, obviously this is a huge story, investigation still ongoing, etc. What about the wider picture here? Are our museums secure enough?
I hope so, because I'm sure there's a few countries that would love their stuff back.
I don't really go to art galleries and museums for obvious reasons, but I did go to, my wife did drag me along to the Prada in Madrid, you know, the art gallery. It was quite funny because there's a concession ticket for about, I don't know, 15 euros or something. And the guy looked at me and looked at my stick and went, just nodded me through, like, he's getting nothing from this. Paying me.
How insensitive to nod you through as well.
I am nodding.
What an ignorant guy, he's not going to. Oh, Stephen, what about this? This is mad. But obviously, the bigger point is it was so easy for them to gain access to this museum with these artefacts. Are our museums secure enough?
100%. I was in a cafe in Kelvin Grove Art Gallery recently. I was in the queue. There was a wee guy in front of me and he went to buy the last chocolate muffin and the woman behind the till went, don't even think about it. I've already bagsied that for my lunch. You can't even buy stuff there, never mind steal it.
Joe, if you could steal anything and get away with it, what would it be and why?
This is a weird one. I would like to steal facts that are in my husband's head that I don't need to know. Like, you know, where you can be just enjoying something, but men can't let you just enjoy it. Like, I was listening to some music. I went, oh, I really like this song. And my husband goes, well, do you know who's playing bass guitar on that? No, I don't, and I don't care. But he has to, he goes, oh, well, it's the original bass player. And then he goes on and on. Yeah, but he's only playing on 2 tracks. Actually, he's only on 2 tracks. He didn't play on the whole album. No, because he killed himself before the album was finished. He's lucky he killed himself, isn't he? Doesn't have to listen to this. And you know what's terrible? I know there's men sitting here right now going, oh, I think I know what band he's talking about. Keep that stuff to yourself.
The Louvre had recently been reviewing the security of their exhibitions and had even asked the UK for advice. But when told we keep our crown jewels safe in a tower guarded by ravens and guys in fancy dress, they thought we were taking the piss. And well done. At the end of that round, it is 2 points apiece. Now, much of our news is about public opinion, so to find out what stories people are talking about, we spoke to 2 friends of the show, broadcaster and writer Katie Puckrick and sports presenter Phil Goodlad. So, Kim and Jamie, what is Katie talking about here?
I'm not surprised that this has everybody riled up and raging with pitchforks. And if this is taken away, well, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be ugly. Don't take away my innocent little sweetnesses. I need something to live for.
I think it must be the shocking news that Penguins and Club biscuits are going to be called chocolate-flavoured biscuits now instead of just chocolate biscuits.
Yeah, that is right, Jamie.
Yeah.
This week, we found out that we can no longer call Penguins and Clubs chocolate biscuits. Rising cocoa prices have led to a change in the recipe, meaning both products are now described as chocolate-flavoured. It's similar to the new rules for Viscounts, who can no longer be called Prince Andrew. In a response to the outcry around the story, McVitie's owner Pladis issued the following statement. We made some changes to McVitie's Penguin and Club earlier this year, where we are using a chocolate flavour coating with cocoa mass rather than a chocolate coating. Sensory testing with consumers shows the new coatings deliver the same great taste as the originals. As you can see, for McVitie's, this is what's known as a PR disaster.
It's also a headache for the ad guys as well, because it's now going to have to be, you know, if you want fuck all chocolate on your biscuit, join our club.
Obviously, we know about the outrage around what's happened with these so-called chocolate biscuits, but what is the last thing that you were truly outraged about?
AI. I'm getting really... So the other day there, my mum came to me with a video that she's seen online. She's like, you need to see this, it's incredible. And it was a guy standing next to a dog, and the dog was 8 foot tall, right? And my mum's like, can you believe this? And I'm like, no. Because I know the basics of biology. I know what that happens. And I'm terrified. I'm scared that my mum watched Clifford the Big Red Dog and thought it was a documentary.
Stephen, let's bring you in. And we're angry, we're outraged by what's happening with these biscuits. But what is the last thing that you were outraged about?
I got married last year, which is not what I was outraged about. It's just the setup. But I got married, best day of my life. But ever since I got married, people keep coming up to me, and this annoys me so much. They keep saying, oh, Stephen, it'll be kids next. Oh, be kids next. I don't know if you've had that before, and I don't know your circumstances. I don't think you should say that to people who have just been married, because I don't know about you, but personally, I've got no intention of marrying kids. I'll stick to adults, thank you very much.
Joe, we're talking about biscuits and the outrage it's caused across the nation, but what about you?
Not just me, but all of Edinburgh outraged, particularly Leith, where I live. If anyone here watched the TV show Department Q, which was set in Leith, and there were some indiscrepancies, let's say, some artistic license, because they would do things like DCI Mork, right? He'd be in, say, a bar in the Haymarket, and then he would step outside and he'd be at Leith Links, right? Which you can't do because they're about 2 miles apart. And I was kind of okay with it. My husband just constantly screamed at the television the entire way through. He's like, well, you can't do that. If he wants to get there, he's got to get a 25 bus. I'd get get 25 and to get out Marks and Spencer's change to the one that'll get you down Easter Road quickest. But again, I was kind of okay until there's one episode where he goes to the National Portrait Gallery Cafe on Queen Street at 12:30, gets a table straight away. Insanity.
Well, there you go. It does make us angry, and obviously the news breaking this week about chocolate becoming chocolate-flavoured on some of our favourite biscuits. And there are the rules. You need to know this. If a chocolate bar doesn't contain enough of the main ingredient, it has to be called chocolate-flavoured. Similarly, ITV's morning show now legally has to be called Lorraine-flavoured. To you now, Stephen and Joe, it's your turn. What do you think Phil is talking about here?
Nothing but evil and ill can come of the social media phenomena that is the influencers. And now the natural world is under threat from these imbeciles, and it's stripping the countryside bare.
Middle-class foragers ruining the woodlands, I believe.
Is exactly the right answer. Well done. Yes, there is a new threat to our woodlands, and it's not what you might expect. Britain's woodlands and hedgerows are being stripped by middle-class foragers, and the Woodland Trust are having to make repeated calls for people to forage responsibly. Experts worry that amateur foragers might pick something dangerous, so anyone who's eaten the wrong kind of mushroom is urged to call 999 as soon as their phone stops floating about the room. I love this. Stephen, well done in getting the right answer. So what do you think then? Should middle-class foragers be stopped?
Absolutely. I used to get a tenner from my auntie every Christmas, and now I get bramble jam.
Oh, Joe, what do you think about this then? Should middle-class foragers be stopped?
They just sound so annoying, don't they? Imagine like they go, oh, come around for dinner, we foraged everything. You're like, oh, God, what a nightmare. Just because they would have to tell you everything they'd done. Oh, we got this herbs we got from where the dog pees, actually. It was interesting. Yeah. I have a neighbour who's posh and does crafting, and she's always saying to me, she asked me recently why I didn't crochet. And I said, because there's been an industrial revolution.
What do you say to this, Kim? Should the middle-class foragers be stopped?
I mean, I think it's quite impressive. I saw a woman online make a tea out of Sticky Willies. Right? And it brought me back to my childhood.
Is that OnlyFans?
Question.
I was going to say that.
What is a sticky willy?
Weeds, sticky weeds that stick to you. I remember when I was a child, you know, people would put them on your back and it was devastating. Yeah. And as an adult and a lesbian, still devastated about sticky willies.
So obviously, foraging is something that is here not just a way to save money, but a way to reconnect with the natural world. What about you, Stephen? How do you get back to nature?
I like to go wild swimming. Yeah, just go to the time capsule in Coatbridge. It's mayhem.
What about you, Jamie? How do you get back to nature?
I just ask whoever elbow I'm hanging off if we can swim by the woods.
There we have it. We're talking about foragers, especially amongst the middle class. The Waitrose website recommends using olive oil when making a foraged mushroom risotto because it makes it easier to scrape into the bin. It's the unstoppable middle-class forager is the correct answer, and 2 points go to Stephen and Joe. This is Breaking the News from BBC Scotland with me, Des Clark. Now, this round is all about who's in the news. I will play you a clip of a mystery person. All you have to do is tell me who it is. So, Stephen and Joe, you're up first this time. Who is this?
I am firmly determined to build a strong Japanese economy and to protect Japan's national interest.
I believe Japan has a new female prime minister, for the first time, a woman prime minister.
Well done, Joe. Yes, it is a first for Japan this week as they elected Prime Minister Takaichi as the first female to hold the office. Takaichi is an established figure in Japanese politics and is known as the Iron Lady due to the admiration that she has for Margaret Thatcher. She is the leader of the ruling Liberal Democratic Party and, in true Lib Dem fashion, won over MPs by riding the log flume and falling off a paddleboard. We have got a new Prime Minister in Japan, Sanai Takaichi, and a historic appointment. Kim, what are your thoughts on this appointment?
I think it's good. I think it's good that a woman's getting the chance to ruin a country as well. Like, I mean, men have been doing that. It's been a male-dominated sport for too long. She also said something along the lines of that she's unsure about LGBTQ marriage. And after seeing quite a lot of my lesbian pals get divorced, I think she might be right.
The Japanese Prime Minister, Sanai Takaichi, has said that Margaret Thatcher is her political idol. But who is your political idol and why? Joe?
Clement Attlee. Clement Attlee, fantastic man. And he has a quote. He says, democracy means government by discussion, but is only effective if you can stop people talking. And I also run my marriage in the same way.
How's that working for you?
Very well.
Yeah, good.
I haven't heard any complaints.
What about you, Stephen? Who is your political idol and why?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because I think in this country, politicians, you know, they're all middle class, privately educated. You can't really relate to them. And when I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger come along, I thought, finally, someone similar to me.
I don't really idolise any politician. I'm not a big fan of politicians. I kind of vote on the matrix of the lesser of two bell ends, which in the last election was Keir Starmer, but that will change.
It's a lovely system for choosing your politicians. I'm all for it. Kim, what about you? Who is your political idol and why?
I would say Churchill. No one's in the wee insurance dug. He's great. He's really getting this country together, and I hope they never put him down.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. In Japan, the traditional Christmas Eve meal is KFC, which does explain why Tokyo is a twin city of Airdrie. Right, Kim and Jamie, it's your turn now. Who is this, and why are they in the news?
I've always wanted to please people since I was a kid. I wanted to make people feel good. Pleasing or appeasing, one of those words, but I think I've always wanted to do that.
Is that Jimmy Fallon?
That is indeed, in a week of bizarre stories, US talk show host Jimmy Fallon, who took to TikTok to discuss his recent trip to Scotland. In the video, he describes a chance encounter with the King's Guard near Balmoral that led to an invitation to a special dinner and even an opportunity to try the well-loved Scottish delicacy Buckfast. Oh, I love it. Jimmy Fallon said he might be the most Scottish person in Scotland and as a result has agreed when he gets home to attempt to stick a traffic cone on the Statue of Liberty. Jamie, I'll come to you now. We're talking about Jimmy Fallon. Big surprise when he went abroad on holiday. But when have you been surprised abroad?
Well, I was surprised by an abroad person here as a German. It's funny, it was an open mic night or something, or new material night. And there was a guy on the bill, a German guy called Michael Flogenbender. And you just heard from the stage, please welcome to the stage, Martin Flogenbender. This boy didn't flinch. I was like, I think that's probably you. He went, no, I am Michael Flogenbender. I think you might have got the first names mixed up, man. I know there's a couple of Flogenbinders on the bill. Get out, you know.
What about you, Stephen? Have you got something similar? When have you been surprised abroad?
I went to New York a few years ago and we were in this bar. One of the locals must have heard our accents because he was like, hey, you guys from Scotland? And we're like, yeah. And he was like, do you guys know a guy named John? And we're like, you know that classic thing? But, yeah, there's only 5.5 million of us. Of course, I know John. And he went, his name's John Buchanan from Clydebank. And I was like, that's actually my cousin. He went to uni with the guy.
What about you, Joe? When have you been surprised abroad?
I'm always surprised at how bad I am abroad at speaking foreign languages. But I've learned, I think if you just learn a few simple things, like I can say supermarket in many languages now. So French, supermarché, Spanish, supermercado, German, Lidl. You know.
Do you know what disabled toilet is in Spanish?
No.
Incapacidado lavidavo. It is bueno going for a pee in there. Like. Happy
That sounded like a spell for Harry Potter or something.
You end up in a wheelchair.
Yes, that is right. Jimmy Fallon took a trip on the Royal Scotsman Whisky Train, where prices start from £5,750 per person. Though thankfully peak fares no longer apply. Yes, US talk show host Jimmy Fallon is the right answer, and 2 points go to Kim and Jamie. It's time now for our final quick-fire round, which is all about deciphering the numbers in the news. I will read out a headline. All the teams have to do is fill in the blanks. So get ready, teams. When we run out of time, you'll hear this. That is current celebrity traitor star Celia Imrie there, enjoying her time in the Highlands. Right, fingers on buzzers, and here we go. Scotland is to get its first what in 2,000 years? Stephen?
Visit from Jesus.
It's not the right answer, but I love it. Scotland is to get its first what in 2,000 years? Jamie?
Summer.
Scotland is to get its first what in 2,000 years? Joe?
Qualification for World Cup? Nearly.
Getting there. Could have. Don't do that. She's English, she's got hope. Not quite. Scotland's to get its first what in 2,000 years? Kim?
Optimist.
Keep trying for
Aye, one day.
It'll happen one day. The answer we were looking for is as follows. Scotland is to get its first what in 2,000 years? Iron Age Broch. I think I pronounced that right.
One of them 1,000 years ago.
Oh, there she is. That is the klaxon. Celia has Imried. It means it's all over. And at the end of the quiz, our winners this week are Kim Blythe and Jamie McDonald. And commiserations to Stephen Buchanan and Joe Caulfield. And we'll leave you with the breaking news. Breaking news just in. Spain's Pedro Sanchez is pushing the EU to abolish daylight saving times, a move criticised as a decoy to distract from corruption claims. For those in Scotland who have been following the story, daylight is when the sun comes up. Having been turned down by ex-manager Steven Gerrard, Rangers have finally appointed a new head coach, Danny Röhl. Or if you're listening or watching on catch-up, Rangers are talking to Steven Gerrard again. The most lucrative jobs in broadcasting are up for grabs as Tess Daly and Claudia Winkleman are set to leave Strictly Come Dancing. The BBC said they are looking to appoint presenters with a passion for ballroom, spray tans and backcombing, but they're not sure how Ryland, Donald Trump or me will get on in the role. The news is broken. I've been Des Clark. Goodbye!
From pursuing suspected salmon poachers to city drunk raids, head to BBC iPlayer for Highland Cops. And on BBC Sounds, every aspect of the Scottish game dissected, analysed and discussed on the Scottish Football Podcast.